In early April, the Washington County Animal Shelter received a call that would change one dog's life forever. A stray pit bull mix had wandered into a stranger's yard, tired, dirty, and clearly searching for a safe place to rest. He had no collar, no tags, just sad eyes and a hopeful heart. The kind stranger who found him saw something special in the dog and called animal control, hoping they could help. An animal control officer arrived soon after and gently coaxed the pit bull into their care. He was brought back to the shelter and given the name Blue. No one knew exactly how long Blue had been living on the streets, but it was clear from the moment he arrived that he adored people. Despite whatever hardships he had faced, Blue still wagged his tail when approached, still leaned into the hands that pet him, still longed for love. He was a carefree dog, said Tammy Davis, the shelter's manager. At first, he was a little shy around other dogs, but with people, he lit up. He was affectionate and sweet and quickly formed strong bonds with the staff. Blue became a favorite among the shelter workers. He had a gentle way about him, a kind of quiet resilience. He didn't bark much. He didn't demand attention. He simply waited patiently, as if believing that someday, someone would come and recognize him. But then the pandemic hit. The shelter, like many others across the country, was forced to close its doors to the public. Visits were only allowed by appointment, and foot traffic slowed to a crawl. For Blue, this meant more time alone in his kennel. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Still, no one came for him. And yet, somehow, this long wait turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Determined to help Blue find a family, the shelter staff decided to post a video of him playing with his favorite toy on their Facebook page. It was a simple clip, just Blue happily running around with a blue squeaky ball in his mouth, tail wagging, eyes shining. It was the first time many people saw the dog's joyful side. Not long after the video went up, the shelter received a comment that stopped everyone in their tracks. "That's my dog." The man who wrote it was from Tennessee. He said his dog, also named Blue, had gone missing 6 months earlier. He had searched for weeks, putting up flyers, contacting shelters, even driving around in the middle of the night hoping to catch a glimpse of his best friend. But no sign of Blue ever turned up. Eventually, with a heavy heart, he had to accept that Blue might be gone for good. Life moved forward, and work forced him to relocate to Texas. But even then, Blue was never far from his thoughts. Then, one day, a friend sent him a video link, Blue playing with his blue squeaky ball in a Facebook post from a shelter in another state. His heart leapt. Could it really be him? When the man contacted the shelter, they asked questions to confirm the reunion. That's when he said something that gave everyone goosebumps. Blue's favorite toy was a blue squeaky ball. "I have pictures of him with it." He sent the photos over immediately, and when the shelter staff compared them to the toy Blue had fallen in love with at the shelter, it was a perfect match. "It was incredible," said Tammy. "There was no doubt in our minds, this was his dog. They were meant to be together." Without hesitation, Blue's dad got in his car and drove over 1,200 miles from Texas to Tennessee, across several states, just to be reunited with his best friend. He didn't care about the distance. He didn't care about the time. All that mattered was getting back to Blue. And when that moment finally came, the moment they saw each other again, it was pure magic. As soon as Blue spotted his owner, his entire body lit up. He barked, wagged his tail furiously, and ran straight into his arms, whining with happiness. The man knelt down and wrapped his arms around Blue, tears running down his face. "Hey, buddy. I missed you so much," he whispered. It was everything they had both hoped for and more. After half a year apart, against all odds, Blue and his human were finally together again. The joy in that moment was undeniable, not just for them, but for everyone watching. The shelter staff who had cared for Blue were in tears. They had seen the loneliness in him, the waiting, the quiet hope. And now, they got to see his story come full circle. Blue, once a lost and lonely dog wandering through unfamiliar yards, had found his way back home. And it all happened because one shelter took the time to share his story, and one man never gave up on the dog he loved.